Hello again. Earlier today, a most dangerous foreigner was released from a British prison and the government immediately announced their intention of deporting him as quickly as possible. He really poses a threat to the public interest if left running loose on the streets. It's surprising how fast the Home Office can move when an individual poses a real and present danger to the people of this country. For the last 10 years, Boris Becker has lived and worked in Britain as a commentator on sports and also as a tennis coach. He was not altogether open during a hearing relating to his bankruptcy, which is of course an offence, for which he has spent 8 months in prison. Within hours of his release, the government began moves to chuck him out the country. I invite viewers to remember those occasions when attempts were made to deport whole plane loads of people to the Caribbean. Men who have been sent to prison for things like murder and child molestation. Efforts to get rid of these types invariably failed. Perhaps we could compare Boris Becker's case to that of a Jamaican who was due to be deported a few years ago but is still in this country. Heroin dealer Eric Aaron Johnson stabbed a man to death in a row about a mobile telephone. When he was released from prison, an attempt was made to deport him. But it seems this would have been cruel because his father was not married to his mother and he claimed that being illegitimate might cause people to discriminate against him in Jamaica. In Jamaica, of all places. There hasn't been a legitimate birth in wedlock in that country for at least a decade. But this gambit succeeded and the High Court allowed him to stay here. I suspect that Boris Becker will not be so lucky. He suffers from the dual disadvantage of A, being white and B, being famous. This does give the government, though, an opportunity to show how tough they are in a non-racist way by even chucking white people out of Britain if they're a danger to society. In the description of this video, I give a link to the piece about the Jamaican killer who still lives in Milton Keynes.